She break it down real, never play pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons through the lens. Came from the store, she built from the scars. Turned all them L's and twist them R's. Ain't here to preach, just here to relate. She never fell in the traps, now she shifting the fate. Every slip was set up for her next prize. Not your poor truth with a joke. No filth, no slug, just soul in the mix. Every story got a gem, every laugh got a fix. She where you at from heartbreak to hustle, from crying in the dark to finding the muscle. So if you watching, better open your ears, cause the realest lessons come wrapped in them tears. Take heed to the message, you gon' feel this vibe. Real talk, no blood, just the truth and lies. Live through the fire, see that flame. Laugh through the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, truth, jokes where the hill begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons through the lens. She say how it is, no shook, no mask. Might toast you in love, but it's all gon' last. It's life uncut with a side to grace. She a voice in your ear when the world's in your face. So laugh if you want, cry if you need. But one thing for sure, you gon' take it. Cause she been through the mess, now she blessed in the crowd. With truth in the chest, and the head still proud.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Okay, we not in the car this morning. We not in the car. I'm on time today. I'm on time. Sister got time today. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. Good morning, everybody. So I already see who in the chat right now. Good morning, Red Lipstick Vibe. How are you, my sister? She said, oh, Lord, they fighting over bedroom names. They are. They're fighting over bedroom names. This is the content today, baby. We're going to talk about other stuff too, but this is the foolery of the day, okay? The real pusher calls out rapper Plies for allegedly calling himself the pusher. No, I'm sorry. I'm saying it wrong. I said pusher. The real Punisher calls out rapper Plies for allegedly calling himself the Punisher. Okay, so we're arguing about who is the real Punisher. Okay, now let's understand that this is adult conversation, and if you feel offended, scroll up. Okay, let's understand that. Put that disclaimer out. Good morning, Corey Joe. How are you, my brother? How you doing? Guys, when y'all get time, please like and subscribe to 1000 Watts Radio, baby, where the content is always fire, honey. Where the jams is always cooking. You hear me? Get in here and like and subscribe to that brother channel. And while you're there, tell him, take heed, sent my baby. Okay? Now, the intro that you heard is courtesy, is courtesy of 1000 Watts Radio. This brother broke this intro down for a sister like me. Okay? He said, take heed. Make sure you shout me out. Take heed. Make sure you shout me out. I said, oh, no, brother, every time. Because he didn't have to do that for me. He didn't have to give me that intro. You understand? But he said, take heed. Long as you shout me out, baby, I always will. Do you hear me? I always will. Shout out to 1000 Watts Radio. Okay? Y'all get in here, like and subscribe to that brother channel. You feel me? Now, we're going to get into the foolery this morning. Okay? So the real Punisher is upset with Plies, and Plies has not replied yet. Okay? So we going to talk about his reply when he do reply. If he does reply. Okay? We going to talk about that foolery. Now, listen. Let's get into the first understanding. Good morning, everybody. Be nice now. Hit that like button, okay? You came in here, clean your feet, hit that like button. You understand? There's 3 dots at the top, or either you tap your screen, okay? Show a little bit respect. You understand? Hit that like button, baby. All right, let's get into the first foolery of the day. Okay, let's get into the first foolery of the day. Now, let's see what we got. Here we go. We're going to do Plies and the Real Punisher close to the end of the show. We have some other things that we need to discuss real quick. Okay? Some current ghetto activity. Okay? Current ghetto events. Okay? We're going to talk about that first. We're going to get into it first. Shout out to Gotham City God because he was talking about, anybody seen that traffic clip that went viral of the African American brother, that clip that went viral, how they bust the glass in the window and everything? And everybody on social media has had an uproar. Everybody has went wild because of that clip. But I want y'all, I didn't discuss it because I wanted to wait to see what really happened. Sometimes as a content creator, you got to wait instead of running out the gate. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning that as I get older into my content. You know what I'm saying? That you got to wait a little bit because sometimes the truth is right there, but they wait a couple days because they want the masses to go crazy first. And then they wait a couple days and then they let the real truth come out. And then nobody goes back and checks the truth. Okay. Shout out to Gotham City God because he went out the gate and he was screaming. He was very upset about it. But then when he found out the truth, he came back and retracted his statement. Check this out right here. Shout out to Gotham City God. That brother is always correct. Here we go.
I spoke out on this incident yesterday about how they violated boy, but I watched the body cam. It's a whole different story. So anybody who was on my page telling me, I apologize to y'all. Now look, look at this.
Yes, sir. Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that? I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason you have to pull me over? Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have the lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt. It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not raining. It's not raining. Oh, this is inclement? It's not raining. Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. No, call your supervisor. Why? Excuse me? Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over? 735. I'm fucking with that driver. I've already told you. Why did you pull me over? Step out of here. No, step out of here. The night for the driver just slammed the door and locked it.
From the gate, he's bugging. He opened the door. First of all, why you open your door like that? And in New York, you was asking to get shot doing that shit, right? He opened the door. So now the officer's telling him like, yo, what I'm pulling you over for, let me get your license and registrations. Automatic, no. He did, and he closes the door and locks the door. Now, fast forward, everything else that happened, they was a little excessive. He punched him in his face and all that, but this is what happens. Like, you don't, I mean, listen, one thing is this. It's one thing to feel like you know your rights, but it's another thing if they're going to respect your rights. So you want to take the chance and go through all of that shit, but he was there in the wrong. All you supposed to comply with the stop. Go through it, give them your license registrations, and you talk about whatever happened, what you feel wrong later. When I seen it, I only seen a part where they bust in and then, that was the bait. And I fell for it. But he was dead in the wrong, man. He was dead in the wrong.
Shout out to Gotham City God because I love content creators like that. Like if you put out something and you come back and retract your statement to correct the foolery, I love when content creators do that. The ones who continue to run with a false narrative, y'all, one day, y'all gonna find y'all way. One day you gonna find your way. But shout out to Gotham City God. When the whole thing happened with the brother getting his window smashed and the cop jabbed him in the face, I was like, okay, wait a minute. let's wait a little bit, because I'm finding that out on social media. You just got to wait a couple days and then the truth will actually come out. So they released the body cam. So as the police officer pulled this guy over, the guy swings his door open. We all know that's a no-no, right? We all know that. When you're getting pulled over by the police, we all know that that's a no-no to swing your door open. So now when the police officer, he walked up, the police officer said, why did you open up your door? He said, because my window is not working. Okay, no problem. The front window is not working, right? But the passenger side window is working. The back windows are working. You could have said that to him, that officer, my front window is broken. I can't get it down, but the other windows are working. Do you want me to open up the door? This is how you do it, respectfully. So now the officer said license and registration. He let the door stay open. He said license and registration. The guy says no, slam the door, locks it, and then he gets on his live. Okay? So one thing I tell y'all all the time, your first understanding when you get pulled over is to make it home safely. You understand? Your first understanding when you get pulled over is to make it home safely. Good morning, 18. Good morning, Game Bites. How are you? Good morning, Matthew. How are you? So that's my main concern. When you get pulled over by the police, you are to comply with being pulled over. Now, he arguing with the cop about not having his lights on. Oh, it's the daytime. Now, I'm going to share something with you. When it is raining, we all know this, right? When it's raining or either drizzling, you got to have your lights on. You got to have that windshield wipers on. That's the law. That's how that's what they require. Okay? Let's understand that. So he pulled him over. Nothing crazy was going on, just a regular pullover. He could have just gave his license and registration. The young man said no, slams the door, locked the door, and that's when we seen all the foolery rang out all over social media, assuming that the cops were wrong. And it said, mind you, listen, all that busting the window, that was wild. I'm sorry. That was wild. The punch in the face, it was too much. But it was a regular routine, you know what I'm saying? A regular pullover. That's nonsense. You know what I'm saying? He pulled you over for a reason and you couldn't comply. So a lot of the melanated community, a lot of us get upset when things happen to one of our brothers or sisters. But when we get from the beginning, now our mindset change. Who would do some shit like that? The police pull you over. You swing the door open and shit like you about to jump out of a horror movie. You swing the door open, jump out like you out of a horror movie and shit. You know what I'm saying? And now the cop already jumpy and shit. Okay? And the thing is what I want y'all to understand. When these cops pull you over, some of them are rookies. Some of them are new to this. You supposed to make this pullover as easy as possible so you could get out of Dodge. This if it's in the night, right? Let's be clear. If it's nighttime, turn on the light in the car. You understand? So he can see everything as he walk up. Turn on the light in the car. You understand? Keep your hands on that steering wheel. You understand? You understand? Roll that window down so he can talk, so you can talk to him. Once he get up to the window, you roll that window down. Put your hands back on the steering wheel. You understand? Now, license and registration. You let them know the license and registration is in a glove compartment. Can I grab it? You grab the license and registration. Okay? Let them know where it is. If your wallet, if your ID is in your wallet, let them know my ID is in my wallet. I got to grab my wallet. This is for my melanated sisters and brothers. Okay? Why am I talking to you like this? Because nobody cares about your life but your family. Do you hear me? Nobody cares about your life but your family. And y'all got to start understanding that your mindset is to make it home safely, not start a whole war on the side of the road. If you believe that the police officer is wrong, that's when you take it to court and you explain to the judge. Don't get in there and start flipping out and everything like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't get in there and start flipping out and acting crazy. No. What you do, license and registration, you give to them. You don't swing your car door open. Who does that shit? Who does that? The cop pulls you over, you swing you swing the door open like you about to do some nonsense to the cop. The cop is already jumpy. These cops, these young rookies already be jumpy. Okay? Then you a melanated brother. You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind. And I know a lot of people like, nah, sis, it ain't like that. No. When you get pulled over by the police, you're supposed to handle it accordingly, because you want to know why? Your mindset is to get home to your family. You made a promise to your family every time you leave the house. When you get in there and tell your family, bye, I'll see you later, that's a promise, damn it. That's a promise. That means you're making a promise to your family that you are coming home. Do you hear what I'm saying? That means you're making a promise. When you say bye, I'll see you later, that's a damn promise. You must keep that promise, my sisters and brothers. You understand what I'm saying? You get pulled over for just a traffic nonsense or whatever. Whatever they deem necessary, you get pulled over for. You are not to go at it and have a big war with this man. If you want to have a whole session with somebody, you wait to go to court and tell the judge. This young man right here, from what I see, he was wrong. From what I see, he was wrong. Now, anybody else, you can say whatever you want to say, but that's not how you do when you get pulled over by the police. He has been pulled over by the police, and shit didn't happen like that. Shit didn't happen like that. You understand? You don't get in here. Your main objective is to get home. That's your main objective. I want you to understand that, my sisters and brothers. I don't care what nobody else say. Your main objective is to get home. You see Caucasian people straight up arguing with cops. You see them with peace be stills in their holster and everything, or they got a peace be still in their hand. Let me share something with you. All fingers are not the same. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what Caucasian people do. I don't give a damn about what Hispanic people do. I'm talking about you, my brothers and sisters. You are to make it home safely. You want to know why? Because you are always considered a threat. You are always considered a threat from the gate. So you have to change the mind of this officer. You understand? When you turn those lights on in the car, you're changing the mind of this officer. When you put your hands on the steering wheel, you're changing the mind of this officer. Do you hear me? And it's the attitude and how you bring it. You changing the mind. I ain't say you got to be all humble and calm. I didn't say that. I said long as you're respectful. Long as you're respectful. You understand? Even if he ain't giving you the respect that you deserve, because your main objective is to get home. Anything you want to do and report this cop, you do it at the courthouse. You do it on the day of court, not on the side of the road. You don't get into a whole argument with this cop on the side of the road. That's not the time, baby. That is not the time. Good morning, Lost in Translation podcast. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. Guys, please, when you get time, like and subscribe to Lost in Translation podcast, where the content is always fire. Black lady, I hope I had greeted you, honey. How are you? This is the uncomfortable truth, my sisters and brothers. I don't care what everybody else is doing. That's not our business. Do you understand? Our business is that you get home because you made a promise to your family. Anytime you say bye, I'll see you later, that's a promise, damn it. Stop letting these people fool you on social media. Oh, you get some of these lawyers that come on these social media streets. Oh, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do this and you don't have to do that. Let me share something with you. In a perfect world, that would be right. In a perfect world, that would be right. But black people from the gate are considered hostile. Black people from the gate are considered hostile. Let's be clear. Do you understand? So it's your job to change the mindset of that officer. As they walk up on you, all your windows should not be tinted. I don't give a damn if that's a style. I don't give a damn if that's a style. I always hated cars that all the windows are tinted. That's some stupid shit. Okay? At least have the window that, the cop can see you that's not tinted. The driver's side window. That does not make sense. All the car windows. Why is it so dark, damn it? You understand? You got to do better. You got to do better. Cop roll up on you at night, hit those lights. Hit that light. Hit that light. Turn on that light. Lighten up that car. Lighten up that car so he can see what's going on. That changes his mind. Put your hand on the steering wheel. That changes his mind. Roll that window down. Comply. It's a ticket, damn it. It's a ticket. Sometimes it's $50-something. Sometimes it's $60-something. It's a ticket. Why are you in here going to go to jail, going to have to pay lawyer fees and all this other stuff, all because he asks you for your license and registration, you go back and slam the door. That's some dumb shit. I'm sorry. I'm not going to ride with none of y'all who agreed that young man made a smart move. He did not. He did not. That's why I said, let me just wait a little bit. Okay? Let me wait a little bit. No. Okay? I have been pulled over by the police too. And I have had nasty police and I remain calm. I remain calm. I had encountered nasty police and I had remained calm. You understand? I had officers, I showed evidence one time and he said to me that we're not here for that. We're not here for that. We want this, da, 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 da. And I was like, okay, no problem. You calm down. They don't want the evidence, no problem. Then you tell them this is the problem I got. Can you please deal with it? And you walk back in your house. I had a neighbor that used to live next door to us. May her soul rest in peace. She passed away. Every day she would come onto our property and just start shit, screaming and all that on the side of our house, screaming at me on the side of our house. And I'm like, why is this woman? This woman just loved to bother our family. You know what I'm saying? And so she would talk about us in the neighborhood and this and that. And nobody believed her. Nobody believed her. So one day she came on the property and I talked to the mommy of the block. And I told her every day this woman come on the property. Every day she comes screaming and hollering and everything. And I'm tired. She said, call the police on her because it's your property. I said, no, I don't want to call the police. She said, no, every day, call the police on her. I called the police. I showed them videos of her all week coming to the house, screaming and acting crazy and this and that because she didn't want us living here. Okay. So I think for a whole week, I showed them. I just tried to show the cop. He was like, no, I don't want to see all that. I don't need to see all that. I said, okay, sir, then please handle the problem. Then she's outside. She's on my property and she's screaming and everything. Okay. That's all I said. He went out there, told her she ain't supposed to be on the property no more. And she got mad with me. Oh, you called the police on me? She was screaming. The cop said, this is her property. If she walked over on your property, wouldn't you call the police on her? She said, yeah. So, okay then. So that's what she's doing. You on her property. So then she tried to tell the cops, no, this is still my property. This side is my property. The cops said, no, your gate is there. Your gate is right there. Okay? That's your property. Okay? So you stay on your side. That's it. I don't want to have to come back here again. And I told him, thank you, sir. And he looked at me. He rolled his eyes. I don't care. I don't care. As long as you did your job, I walk back in my house. I ain't say nothing smart. I ain't get upset with the cop because he didn't like me calling him for that. I didn't get upset. But the thing is that you are going to meet some nasty cops and you're going to meet some good cops. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're going to meet some nasty cops and you're going to meet some good cops. And so it depends on how you handle the situation. Just like when you go to the 99-cent store, you're going to meet some good cashiers and you're going to meet some nasty cashiers. When you go to ShopRite, you're going to meet some good cashiers and you're going to meet some nasty cashiers. Anywhere you go, this is a human being. You're going to meet good and bad people. So it depends on how you handle the situation. Do you understand? It depends on how you handle the situation. So you will never take heed to get in here and agree that you do nonsense when you get pulled over by the police. And these lawyers who get on these social media streets that be telling you this nonsense, let me share something with you. Their logic works for everybody else except melanated people. Do you hear what I'm saying? Their logic works for everybody else except melanated people. So I would like those same lawyers who come to social media telling melanated people, you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that when the police pull you over. And then all of a sudden the case goes left. And now you paying money out of the wazoo just for a lawyer for something that could have just been handled with just passing your license and registration. No. They giving us advice. It's not helping. The advice probably could be for everybody else, but for melanated people, no, it cannot. Just a little food for thought. Also, I wanted us to, let me see what we got. I wanted us to go to something that y'all know President Obama has said on social media. And Obama is on some hot water right now. Shout out to Chelsea. Am I saying her name right? We're going to say no. Is it Kelsey Gab? I'm going to say her name wrong. We're going to say Gabby. We're going to say Gabby. Shout out to Gabby because she found out some foolery going on with President Obama. Okay. And now we all know that they had something to do with the election. Okay. Same people who get out here and say that Trump was trying to rig the election. Same people who was screaming from the heavens, oh no, Trump. Everything that they point at President Trump, they have done it. Everything that they have pointed at President Trump, they have done it themselves. Ain't that crazy? Everything they accuse this man of doing, they have done it themselves. Okay? Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? For finding out the truth. Shout out to her. I trust that woman so much. I trust her so much. She has so much integrity. I swear. Listen, I like a lot of them, but that's the one I like the most. She got so much integrity. She talk her shit and she say what it is and say what it is not. That's why I like that woman right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. But listen to this foolery. I know President Obama was in these streets talking about young men need to have mentors from the rainbow community. But check out how this man dissect this foolery. Here we go.
The most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. Mm-hmm. You need that.
This is demonic. He goes on his wife's podcast with her brother, all right? And he says some things on this episode that doesn't help to, quell the rumors and what people are saying. And a matter of fact, it makes you say, check, we're right. Barack Obama might be a homosexual. See, God's blueprint for raising boys isn't up for revision. It starts with strong, godly fathers, not sexualized politics and social engineering. See, Obama isn't promoting mentorship. He's promoting a worldview where dads are outdated, masculinity is rebranded, and the nuclear family is just another target in the progressive demolition project.
One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor.
So, I think his name is Renewed Truth. Okay. Shout out to that brother for always having amazing content. Okay. On IG. And so he spoke nothing but the truth. Young men need the mentorship of their father. A man of substance. Now, listen to me. Not all men are men of substance. Let's be clear. Not all men are men of substance. Let's be clear. But these young men need their fathers to guide them. You understand? They need their fathers to guide them. And their fathers need to give them information that will teach them, not destroy them. Do you understand? So, no, young men do not need anybody from the rainbow community to guide them. That doesn't make sense. Now, if Obama would have said young men need their fathers, then yes, I would have hand clapped for him. But for them to have mentorship from anybody from the rainbow community, that doesn't make sense. Now, it's different if the person from the rainbow community is the parent. Then yes, that's their parent. They have to have guidance from their parent, from their father. They have to have guidance from their father. Now, whatever the father teach them, that's their business. But young men do not need mentorship from the rainbow community. I'm just saying. And now we understand there's an agenda. We already knew there was an agenda from the beginning when you get in here and you talk about any legacy that President Obama had in the first place. You understand? And so it's not surprising to anybody. We know what's going on. Okay? It's not surprising. Obama was not raised with his father. He was not raised with his father. He had a nanny. You understand? He had a nanny that was from the rainbow community. Everybody he encountered in his life that he wanted to encounter were from the rainbow community. So the way that he looks to guidance is from the rainbow community. Now, mind you, a lot of black people thought he was the savior. Even me too. I voted for that brother 2 times. Even me too. This is my first time ever voting for a Republican. First time in my life. And I'm going to share something with you. I do not regret my vote. I don't. Everything that Trump is doing, I agree, Except with the Gaza thing. The Gaza thing is wild. Do you know what I'm saying? And letting the small hat people take reign over everything. That's wild, okay? Also, another thing, too, I got a problem with is the DEI thing, that now they're going to give all that money to the small hat people, and the small hat people talking about they 2% in the United States, so they deserve all that money for grants, and they're going to be buying up everything. I don't think that's right, okay? There's a few other things I don't think that's right, but I'm going to share something with you. Let's be clear. When it comes to immigration, right? Let's be clear. There are a lot of people that had to pay their way. You understand? To go through the proper channels to be here. Shout out to all of those people who are legally here. I understand. I understand the walk that you had to walk. But for the ones who are illegally here and you brought your children here too, y'all all illegally here, I have no pity for y'all at all. I don't. Because there were people who had to pay their way to be here. And yet y'all get a free reign to be here. And then you get on social media and talk about how much the government gave y'all and how many children you get money for, and you get a car, and you get Medicaid, and you get food stamps, and you get EBTs dropping from heaven. No, I don't feel bad for none of y'all. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. So all y'all who come here to do nonsense in our house, y'all need to go. Now, one thing I do like about what they doing is they letting y'all deport your own selves. Deport your own self. Deport your own self. Then you won't end up in that nasty prison that they got. Deport your own self. I agree with that. I agree with that. The thing is that when you come to somebody's house, if you selling drugs, if you doing nonsense in these streets, okay, if you hurting people, if you hurting your loved ones, if you abusing people in any type of way, then yes, you need to be deported. I'm sorry. You do. You need to be deported. You cannot come to somebody's house and wreck shop in their house and think everything is going to be okay. That does not make sense. Okay? And that we supposed to just let you continue. If Americans go to a foreign country and they do some stupid shit, they going to jail. They are going to jail. Okay? They going to jail. So what make you think you can come over here and do stupid stuff and then we supposed to just let you be? And then you know what's the shameful thing? Is that all y'all black activists, y'all all out here marching with these people. But back in the day, I kid you not, all of y'all was just talking about African American people. You never mentioned anything about Latinos. Not one time. Not one time. And now y'all talking about we gotta unite. When a lot of Latinos can't even stand black people. There's some good ones though. There are some good ones. But there's a lot of Latinos that can't stand black people. There are a lot of foreigners that can't even stand black people. And y'all talking about, oh, we supposed to help. We supposed to do what? Do what? Do what? Now y'all trying to scare African American people talking about, oh, because now they trying to push back the birthright and this and that. Y'all gonna get taken away. Sway where? Sway where? We are American citizens. Where? Where? We belong here. Where, Sway? Tell me where is the fuck up? Where is it? Y'all scaring black people. And you know what? Some of y'all who did see. Good morning, Red Lipstick Vibe. How are you, honey? Guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to Red Lipstick Vibe, where the content is always fire, honey. Where's Sway? Where all these other cultures can't stand you, but now they want y'all to be out there marching with y'all. They want y'all to march with them. Where's Sway? Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people in different cultures that are good people. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of Latinos that are good. There are a lot of Africans that are good. There are a lot of Haitians that are good. There are a lot of Asians that are good. But let's be clear. Let's be clear. Okay? There are some that are doing bullshit in our country. And so now all the civil rights leaders got in here talking about, we gotta be down with this. We gotta be marching with them. Let me share something with you. They are the same ones who rent in here and talk about us and dog walk us. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the shit that they be saying be true, though. Some of y'all do some stupid shit. But that's the first 2 rows of the melanated community. Okay? The first 2 rows that y'all be doing stupid shit and make us all look bad and stuff like that. Good morning, Malik. How are you? The uncomfortable truth is that we should not be out here acting crazy with everybody else, my melanated sisters and brothers. Okay? Nobody's coming for you. Nobody's coming for you. Stop letting people scare you. Oh, the black people next. Black people where? Black people where? They're only going after the ones who are illegally here. Some people say, oh, but somebody has a green card. They have this. Green cards expire. They expire. You have 2 years and you have 10 years. And they expire. Also, green cards can be revoked. Did anybody know that? Your green card can be revoked. Yeah. If they deem necessary, they can pull that boy in the system. You can have the card all you want, but when they run the shit and they see, oh no, it's revoked, you gotta go. You gotta go. Let's understand that part. So now you have people in here that's scaring everybody. Now you got people coming to social media. Oh, it's the black people will be next. The black people are not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. The thing is that y'all done got the understanding that y'all done effed around and found out. That's what happened. Y'all got the understanding that y'all have effed around and found out. Okay? Let's understand something, and there's no hate to anybody who is a foreigner. There's no hate. My husband is Nigerian. There's no hate to anybody who is a foreigner, because I'm going to share something with you. I'm African American, but I am doused and swimming in my husband's culture because my children are Nigerian. So I'm dousing and swimming in my husband's culture, and I love it. Okay? I love my husband's culture. Okay? So I douse and swim in it to teach our children. You understand? I teach our children just as my husband teach them the culture, and I listen. Okay? So I'm not throwing no shade on nobody, but let's understand something. A lot of y'all foreigners are here because of the sweat and tears of our ancestors. Is that nasty? A lot of y'all are here because of the sweat and tears of our ancestors. You understand? Because of the sweat and tears of our ancestors. The marches that they done. The movements that they got together. You are here because of that. The birthright citizenship was meant for our bloodline. Okay? And then some judge got in here and switched that shit up. Okay? Federal judge got in here and switched that shit up. And it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be for the ancestors, our ancestors that were slaves, and the babies that came. Do you understand? That's what birthright citizenship was for us. And then some judge switched it up and did some nonsense. And so now every child that's born in the United States is an American citizen. And because nobody ever questioned that mess back then, Nobody ever questioned it about what the judge did. They just continue to ride with it. So that's why you have people who are closely ready to have the baby. They'd be like maybe 3 months out the gate about to have the baby. They'll run to America, have the baby so the baby be an American citizen. And America always act like they don't understand the game. Our federal government always act like they don't understand the game. All the time. And so you have all these people that they birth their child here and then run under the disguise of the child and become an American citizen. I'm not hating on the game. But how long did we let the game continue? Do you understand? And nobody brings any money into the U.S. Do you understand? All these children, they're not here. None of these kids are here. None of these, they get born, they stay in their country. When they get older, then they come over. They bring everybody over. And then what happens? These same people that they bringing over are too old to work. So what happened? They get on our Social Security, our SSI benefits. This is why American people have to fight so hard. You can't just sign up for Social Security disability. Do you know that, right? They don't just give it to you. You got to be close to dying before they give it to you. You got to be close to dying before they give it to you. Something that you worked hard for all your life, okay? All your life, especially if you worked as a teenager, okay? You worked as a teenager, you've been working 30-something, 40-something years, and it's hard for you to even collect the money you put into SSI. It's hard for you. Malik said you better be bleeding in that interview, LOL. He right. But foreigners, their parents can come over and collect the same thing that they didn't work hard for at all. It's so messy. They come over here and get every benefit in the world, and an American citizen gotta fight to get all these things that they worked hard for. It's crazy. They drop EBT cards from heaven. Every time these people cross the border, EBT cards dropping from heaven. Then they go on social media, like I said earlier, and brag about how much money they got. How much food stamps they got. How the government told them if they get married, they'll get more money. But the government told the melanated people, if you married, you ain't getting no money. The government told the melanated people, if you marry, you can't get this, you can't get that. You can't get no help. Oh, if you got a father in the home, you can't get no assistance. That's what they told them. But all the people who cross the border, oh, if you married, you get help, you get a car, you get Medicaid, you get all these things. It's wrong. And these are the same people that will turn around and say some shit like this. The same people that will turn around, come to social media and say shit like this. Same people. Let me get this brother in here. Same people will come, dog walk us, talk about us, and then turn around and say all this crazy stuff on social media. Do I have it? Let me see. Do I have it? I do not. So that means we're going to have to go looking. Okay? Give me 1 minute because I could have sworn I had it this morning. But it's on site. Let me see. Because a young man came and he was on fire. He was on fire on social media. He was like, yeah. Where we got it at? Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So I must have lost it, or either they took it down. Let me try one more place. Let's see if it's here. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Why didn't I put this away? Because it was so good. I was like, oh, wow. I can't believe this guy came to social media and he said that. Mm-mm. He was talking about how Americans, black Americans, don't have no culture. He said black Americans don't have no culture. They don't have nothing. And I don't know why they think that they're better than foreigners. When he said we don't have no culture, the way we behave, only type of what he said only type of culture we got is that baby mamas and baby daddies in prison. What did I say to y'all? The first two rows of our community are trash. And so the first two rows are labeled the black community. You understand? So we all get dogged walked because of some of our brothers and sisters. Okay, here we go. I got it. Here we go, y'all.
But what is the culture? Bro, let me educate you. Every culture starts from a language, a tribe. Every tribe have a language. What is it? Apart from English, what other language do Americans speak? The black Americans. The Mexicans in America speak Spanish. They have something they speak outside English. The Asians the Chinese, everybody speak their language outside English. What do you speak? What is a trace of your culture you're talking about? What is American culture? I want to know what is the black American culture. I keep hearing this culture. Bro, the black Americans are the culture, maybe baby mama culture, baby single women having 3 kids. That's probably their culture. Or the numbers of the highest incarcerated black young men in America. That's their culture. I don't know. Is it the pum culture? The gang banging culture? Is that the culture? Bro, the black American culture is about wearing, let's say, wearing the Nikes, wearing they want to be the trend game, These are the culture. But I don't know why the black Americans feel like they should be the center of black people around the world, or they should be the face of black people around the world. Why? Bro, you can have your see. You don't even have to declare yourself that you are not African. You are not African American, bro. Nobody give a flying damn about what you think about yourself. That's your own opinion and your own mentality, your own narrative of everything, how you are. That nobody cares. But bringing all your fights about Africa, bro, I don't get it. You talk about culture every time. What is the culture? I want to know. Genuinely, I'm asking. The hip hop. You want to say the hip hop? The music is your culture. I don't get it. Eminem is not black, but he do more hip hop probably than the black Americans. I don't get the culture you're talking about. Or maybe because you guys dominate the basketball, the sports game in America, you guys dominate. Is that the culture? Sport is not culture, bro. Let me educate you. You don't have any language you speak outside English. You don't have a tribe. Culture has traces. You don't have any culture. But you always say culture. Bro, you don't have culture. Your culture is about dressing, looking nice, and wearing Nikes. They will tell you that they have the Nike. Bro, Nike is owned by a white man. I want to educate you on that too. The Nike is owned by a white man. They will tell you, hey, Michael Jordan, all of America, right?
Now, regardless of how y'all feel, okay? Regardless of how you feel. Now, I see some of y'all in the chat. Carol's World, how are you? Said, what are you looking for? Okay, so check this out. I'm going to share something with y'all, something about YouTube. YouTube, and I have learned this when I first started YouTube, right? I don't know how to put the video on my screen. I didn't even know how to do it when I was doing StreamYard, because I do it on my phone now. My lives, I do it on I think this is my second phone. I do this on my live on my second phone, right? Because I get more views on my phone. But if I go to my StreamYard, right, and I'm doing my StreamYard, my views will be like really low. So check this out. Why I don't screen record on my lives, like I show y'all what's going on, is because most of the time YouTube flag your stuff. Like somebody will claim it, you know what I'm saying? And YouTube flag your stuff. And so what YouTube will do is say that you took someone's content, and so now they'll flag it, and then you have to go through the steps to erase it. Okay? So that's why you never see me screenshot it. In the beginning, I wanted to learn how to screenshot it. But when I was rocking with a content creator, he used to tell me every time his stuff get flagged. And I was like, is it because he using people's stuff? And then one time he got punished. They had took his monetization because of a video he posted. And I was like, I'm not going to do no more videos. I'm not going to do no videos on my stuff. SNL, thank you, baby, for the $4.99 super chat. I was like, I'm not going to do any videos so nobody won't say that I took their stuff. So you'll just hear the audio. And then what I do is I put a disclaimer in my description under the videos. Okay. That's what I started doing. Okay. Transform. Yes. Yeah. You said you have to transform. And that's the thing. I don't know how to do it. That's why I don't, you gotta do something to change it. Right. And I don't know how to do it. So that's why I said, I'm not computer savvy. Now the kids are, but I'm not. I just get on this screen and I pop the video and I start talking shit. That's what I do. Okay. I don't want to get in here and lie and be like, I'm computer savvy. I'm not. Okay. So that's why I wanted to share that with y'all. Cause I know 18, you always ask me why. So what I do is the videos that I do play. Okay. I put it in our community tab on IG. So when you get time, you scroll through there. You know what I'm saying? Go to our group chat. And anyway, that helps me get more people in my group chat. That's why I sing y'all that way too. So if you go to our group chat and you join, okay, you get to see all the videos that I talk about. And then sometimes I'll put it in YouTube in the community and then you could come near. So that makes me get views as well. Relative, I said I can show you. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. So now let's get into back to the foolery. The young man and what he said, okay? What he said, he's right. He's right. I know it's nasty, right? But he's right though. And I'm going to share something with you. This is only the first 2 rows of the melanated community that think like this. Because the rest of us know that the Black community, the melanated community is truly family. We know our culture is family and love and correction. Okay? The rest of us understand the assignment. But the first 2 rows of our community believe that our culture is sneakers, okay? Clothing, okay? Rapping, all this other nonsense they believe, okay? But our culture is rooted in family. Our culture is rooted in the survival of the melanated community. That's what our culture is. Our culture, first of all, is that we understand that Yahweh is the head. That's what our culture is rooted in. Our culture is not rooted in demonic nonsense. Our culture is, you ever heard how an elder, listen, let's be clear, an elder had prayed for you. You understand? You ever had an elder pray for you? And you seen fire and brimstone break in the midst of the elder praying for you. That's our culture. That's our culture, damn it. You hear me? That's our culture. Our culture is love. Our culture is family. Our culture is to understand that the husband is at the helm. That's what the melanated culture is about. It was never about us hating one another. It was never about us beating each other up. It was never about hatred. Nobody can tell me that our ancestors hated each other. Not when you had many men on the plantation that was abused and beaten and mistreated. And sometimes master would say, you're not going to eat for a week. I'm punishing you for a week. And master thought he was doing something, but he didn't know that one of the sisters on the plantation was breastfeeding the brother. She was breastfeeding him. The master said, you can't eat. You cannot eat. I'm punishing you, Negro. You can't eat. And one of the sisters who just had a baby said, come to my place. I'm going to feed you. I don't want to see you die. So you won't tell me that our ancestors hated each other. They did not. They took children that were not theirs and raised those boys and girls as their own kids. They didn't hate each other. When they saw their brother was beaten and beat down, they didn't clap. They didn't clap. They mourned. They mourned. And then when master got finished whooping him or her, they healed their wounds. They healed their wounds. Let me share something with you. The slaves lasted longer than the masters when it came to them being sick and when they needed healing or when master done whooped them so much. Because our ancestors knew the healing was in the earth. Our ancestors knew the healing was in the earth. They knew things the doctors didn't know. They knew things the doctors didn't know. When master done whooped this man all night long, some of the older ancestors went into the barn and got all those cobwebs that was hanging at the top of the barn and everything, all these cobwebs that was hanging at the top of the barn. And what they did, they took the brother down and cleaned all his wounds and put those spider cobwebs in his wounds. And those spider cobwebs sealed those wounds. So nobody will get in here and tell me that, oh, we hated each other in slavery time. Our culture starts with love. It is not about sneakers. It's not about rap. It's not about none of that foolishness. Our culture started in love because we needed each other. We knew only us could make it through. We had to make it through together. We knew we had to make it through together. The slaves outlasted the masters. When they got those woofing coughs, the slaves knew, let me get in here and start get in here and get that sage leaf. Let me get that sage leaf. Cook that sage leaf. Get that cold out of them. Let me get in here and get some molasses. Let me get in here and get that pumpkin seed. Cook that pumpkin seed, make some stew. The slaves outlast the masters because they knew that the earth healed them. So when foreigners come here and they say stuff like this, I don't get upset. You want to know why? Because they only looking at the two front rows of the melanated community. The rest of us believe in shame. Hashtag Mrs. She Said. Yes, the rest of us believe in shame. Okay? The rest of us believe that you ain't supposed to be sleeping around on your husband. The rest of us believe you ain't supposed to be sleeping around on your wife. The rest of us believe that you're supposed to take care of your children. The rest of us believe that you're supposed to have a foundation rooted in Yahweh. The rest of us believe that love can conquer all. You understand? But the front two rows, the front two rows, y'all Negroes in the front two rows. Take heed, wish that they drop an atomic bomb on some of y'all mother so-and-sos. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I wish they dropped an atomic bomb on some of y'all mother so-and-sos. Yes, I do. I wish they can take y'all on an island and drop an atomic bomb on y'all mother so-and-so. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because you want to know why? We all get tainted because of y'all foolishness. You understand? We all look crazy because of y'all foolishness. Even Even check this out. Even all the other nations all around the world, when you mention the black community, they immediately say we evil. Okay? Because of y'all 2 front row mother so-and-sos. Okay? It's until they encounter the ones who are not in the 2 front rows, then they figure out that the melanated community is good people. You understand? Then they figure out. Do you know how many times my husband has been told by his friends that I cannot believe that you are married to an African-American woman? I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. You really found a gem in the rough. And I laugh sometimes because I know I'm a nightmare to my husband. I'm very spoiled. I know I'm a nightmare to him. He just laughed. He told me, yeah, she's a good woman. I know I act up. I know I act up. Honey, don't be telling my business. I know I act up sometimes. But it ain't nothing but love. Okay? That's why every community do, Coco. Every community do have it. But the only problem with our community, let's be clear. The problem with our community is that we let these mother so-and-so sit in the front. So everybody get to see their ass, okay? Caucasian people, they got Pookies and Rerays and Pookeisha and Rakeisha. But you know what they do? They put them mother so-and-sos in the back. Growing, how are you, honey? They put them people in the back. They like, no, get your ass. Johnny, Billy, Steven, Susie, Sally, get your ass in the back. They tell them, okay? Latinos, they got these same thing too. They got Pookeisha, Rakeisha. Okay? They got Pookie and Ray Ray. But they tell them, listen, Luis, we don't have your time today. Okay? Okay, we don't have your time today. Get your ass in the back. They put them in the back. So nobody know their community is messed up. Okay? Nobody know. Maria, get your ass in the back. They don't have no problem with telling them to get in the back. The melanated community, once we start telling these Negroes to get in the back, these mother so-and-sos, we say get in the back. You know what they do? This is what they do. This is the prime example. Judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged. And who is without sin, cast the first stone. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, because that's what they do. Who is without sin, cast the first stone. Who is without sin? Judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged. Who say that? Who say that? You see them doing stupid shit. And so they don't want y'all to correct them. So they throw the Bible out there at you. Stop you. Boom. The Bible block you. Let me share something with you. Let not the Bible block you no more. Because one thing they also forgot is that Yahweh said judge righteously. So if I'm not screwing somebody's husband, you get to tell sister girl, you ain't supposed to be screwing nobody's husband. All right? If I'm not, listen, if a man ain't screwing somebody, if your brother, okay, see you doing nonsense and he ain't screwing nobody wife, he's supposed to be able to tell you, Negro, you ain't supposed to be screwing this wife right here. This woman is married. You ain't supposed to be screwing her. Okay? Now, if I ain't got no baby daddy, then I'm supposed to be telling you, listen, don't get out there and get pregnant. Don't get out there and give your BJJ to everybody. You understand? Take heed, come and tell you, because I learned from my mistakes. I done seen the shit that I have done, and I know the shit that I have caused. So I got to come out here and say, nah, don't go that way, baby. Wait a minute. That's too much. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Go this way. Go this way. Okay? I'm like the coach watching the play. Go this way. Go this way. No. Go left. Go left. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that. We have to learn how to stop letting these people tell us, judge ye not, then ye shall not be judged. And you know what? The day of judgment, when Yahweh come back and y'all try to explain to him, you know what he's going to say? He's going to say, but I also put in my word that judge righteously. So why did you stay quiet? Like you saw nonsense. This is why Yahweh gonna be mad with a lot of us, because we stay quiet when we see nonsense. You know, and I bet you Yahweh just be looking. He be like, you see it though. You know what I'm saying? Like he be like, you see it and you don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't say nothing. You see it. You know what I'm saying? You might even be punished with the same person because you see it. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh might even tell you you are, what they call that? When you do something, your friend do the crime and then you was with him. What they call that? I forgot what they call that. Because I ain't never done no shit like that. But, you know, he just put you in there too. Okay, yeah, you did it. Okay? You did it. Guilty by association. That's right. Growing. That's right. Yahweh be like, yeah, you guilty by association. You knew that she was cheating on her husband, and yet you was with her. I don't want to be one of those. Let me be punished for my own sin. Let me be punished for my own sin. So now when Yahweh look at me, he say, yeah, you getting punished for this. But you did speak about this. You did say this. You did get out there and run your mouth. You didn't shut up and be quiet. Okay? But yeah, you still gonna be punished for this. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay? I'll take that. It's better than being quiet. It's better than being quiet. Y'all sit around and you let people play in your face. Once I find out that my friend is cheating on her husband, we ain't friends no more. We ain't friends no more. Wanna know why? And I told y'all this before, many years ago. You wanna know why? Because if my husband find out you cheating on your husband, right? He gonna be thinking I'm doing the same thing. I gotta go. We ain't friends no more. I gotta throw that peace sign. We out. I'm out. Got to throw that peace sign right there. I'm out of here. Okay? I'm not friends with you no more. Don't call my house. Don't call me. If you see me in the street, don't even wave to me. I gotta go. King Libra, how are you, honey? It's good to see you. To all the newcomers, how are you? I don't have time. We sit up there and we get stopped by the Bible. Mind you, check this out. Those passages in the Bible was meant for a certain situation. Because Yahweh still told you to judge righteously. If you were not supposed to judge, why did Yahweh even have judges back in the day? When the Israelites, when he put them in the wilderness, why did they have judgments? Why did they have judges in that time? Even when Yahweh settled them, he still had judges. So why? So you telling me he said that you're not supposed to judge, but he still had judges? That doesn't make sense. They appointed judges on to judge certain matters when things went wrong in the camp, in the community. So that does not make sense. Y'all better stop falling for foolery. You know why they tell you that? Because they don't want the shame. Shout out to Mrs. She said. They don't want to be shamed. They don't want to be shamed. They don't want to be given the correction. Let me share something with you. There are a lot of women content creators that come up here and they talk to y'all so calm. They give you so much love and tell you, listen, baby, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And y'all still do the shit. Now, when Take Heed come up here and I give you the Big Mama correction, okay? And Big Mama always had correction where I pray for you, but I curse you out and I'm going to correct you. That's what I come with. That's exactly what I come with. Because that's what we don't have on social media. That's what we don't have. I come with love. I come with I curse you out, and I come with I pray for you. That's what we don't have on social media. The rest of the sisters coming in here, they trying to be kind. They trying to give love. Some come raw. Some come just straight hard. Okay? But Take Heed mixed it all together, and I come like that. And yet y'all still give me a problem. Yet y'all still be like, oh, you judging, you damn right, I'm judging. But I get in here and tell you, I'm not judging. I'm judging a little bit. I'm judging a little bit. And then I say I'm judging a lot. I be lying. That's just my words. I like to say that saying. I ain't judging. Nah, I'm judging a little bit. I'm judging. So when this brother said that, I wasn't sad. I didn't get upset that he said that thing about us. It didn't hurt me because I know he wasn't talking to me. You understand? I know he wasn't talking to me. My sisters and brothers in the melanated community, you have to know when these people come and they try to put us all together, you got to know that that's not you they talking about. They talking about the 2 front rows of our community that do stupid shit. They talking about them. They talking about them, that they never have a real answer. When people say, what is the black community? They never have a real answer. They'll get in there and talk about, oh, we invented this, we invented that, we invented. Do you think our ancestors said anything like that when they asked them, what is the foundation of the black community? Our ancestor told them it's love. First of all, it's God first, and it's love. It's family. That's what our ancestors told them. They ain't say nothing about jazz. They ain't say nothing about the chitlin circuit. They ain't say nothing about stuff like that. They ain't say nothing about Southern anything. They ain't say nothing. They said Yahweh was first and family and love. That's what they said. That's what's rooted in our culture. All this other stuff above surface, like clothes and shit, name brand stuff, rap, and all this other foolishness, that's not our culture. Our culture is Yahweh first, family, and love. That's what our culture is. It ain't nothing about no damn clothes. It ain't nothing about no damn music. Our culture has always been love and family and healing. It has always been. And despite what happened to our ancestors, my melanated sisters and brothers, we continue to keep rising. Regardless of what happened to our ancestors, we're still here. We are still here. Fighting to let go of the pain and sorrow, we still here. So if you don't believe that our culture is an ain't shit culture, then that means you looking at the wrong culture. If you believe that we are an ain't shit culture, then you're looking at the wrong part. Because I'm going to share with you right now, the first 2 rows of our community, them mother so-and-sos ain't shit. They ain't shit. Those the ones that go on the carnival, ain't shit, and act a damn fool on vacation. That makes sense. On vacation. Those the 2 front rows ain't shit. Okay? The rest of us who got sense, if we went on to carnival, we gonna have a good time. We gonna party. We gonna dance. We gonna enjoy ourselves. We not gonna get out there and be fighting strangers that we don't know. We not doing none of that nonsense. We go into carnival to have a good time. Carnival cruises, we going to have a good time. Not to get out there and fight. Not to get into the airport and customs and be ready to battle it out with each other. We're not doing that. We don't do that. We don't. See, one thing, a lot of people get offended when you say there's a difference between ninjas and melanated people. They always get offended by that. There's a difference between ninjas and Negroes. Okay? The ninjas break everything. Okay? They destroy everything they got. You walk up in the neighborhood, you already know these are all ninjas in here. Once you look up at the neighborhood, you already know this all ninjas in here. When you driving in here, you already know like some shit is crazy over here. But when you walk into a neighborhood and you see melanated people, Negroes, that's working every day and taking care of their family and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The neighborhood look nice. You don't see trash everywhere and stuff like that. You can tell a difference. You can tell a difference when you done ran into a melanated neighborhood. Okay? You done ran into a African American neighborhood. There's a difference. There's a difference. But when you done ran into these ninjas, you already know. Get the hell out of Dodge. Why are you there? What is going on? You understand? Why am I here? How did I make it here? You're asking your own self some questions. Y'all Negroes tear up everything. Not Negroes, I'm sorry. Y'all ninjas tear up everything that y'all see. That's why nobody like y'all around. That's why nobody like y'all around. Charleston White said it best. Charleston White said it best. See, foreigners can get in here and say that African Americans have no culture. They can say it because the first two rows promote that we don't have no culture. But the rest of us who know the truth, y'all shouldn't get mad because it ain't about you. You know the old saying where they say, let it fly. Am I saying that right? I'm going to say it wrong. I'm trying to make sure I say it correctly. Am I saying it? Nope, I'm going to say it wrong. Let it fly, something. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay? Hey, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I was tongue-tied. If it don't apply, let it fly. That's what it is. Y'all know the truth. It doesn't apply to you. Let that shit fly. When I hear people talk about the African American community, I don't get upset. I don't get upset. I tell them, yeah, baby, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. Some of us are good people. That's not me. That's only the that's what I'm about to say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. That's only those ninjas that act like that. There's a difference. There's a difference. I'm just saying. There's a difference. Okay. Yes, honey. I don't have time. I don't have time. Yes, baby. So now let's get into the next foolery. Okay, so we addressed that. Let's get into the next foolery. Self-checkout had came out with this. This young woman had said this, and I want y'all to hear it. Okay, I want y'all to hear what she said. She said black men are submissive. She said all black men are submissive. All black men are submissive if you do this one thing. And I know a lot of y'all think that this shit is funny, but it's not. But check it out. This is what she said. Here we go.
Men are naturally submissive.
Are we?
All you gotta do is call the police on them. Watch how submissive they get. They might even cry.
So let me get this straight. You call the most notorious gang in the United States of America on one person, right? And when they come to your house for domestic situations, they come with more than one where they are licensed to shoot and kill. And you expect me to do what exactly? What man in his right mind wouldn't fucking comply? Read me that. What man in his right mind that wants to stay alive wouldn't I say, you know what? Let me just cooperate with these motherfuckers. Because there's no way I'm gonna win this fight. I'm already public enemy number one because I'm a man and you've called on a domestic disturbance. So they're already coming with the notion to fuck me up. And in your mind, you're thinking, oh, look how submissive he is. No, the motherfucker is smart. I will play by the rules of their game in that moment
so I can stay alive, stupid.
And cooperating out of fear is not natural submission in any form. Where the fuck did you get that? I swear y'all get on here and just say fucking anything. What are you talking about? There is no way that these are the most educated women of all time. I refuse to believe it. But y'all keep the change.
Men are naturally submissive.
Are we?
All you gotta do is call the police on them. Watch how submissive they get. They might even cry.
So only why I said black men is because she's a melanated sister. Okay. So more than likely she talking about a black man she would call the police on. That's why I said black men. But let me correct myself. She did say men. Okay. But I said black men because she's a black woman. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Okay. I salute every man that becomes submissive when the police is called. Because you want to know why? That means you not going to make it to the graveyard. That's what it means. That means you not going to make it to the graveyard. So shout out to you, my brother, that you have passed the test, that you have went through the foolery and you got your license and registration back and you driving down the street. Okay. Also, another thing too. A lot of y'all who call for domestic violence on these men, I should have said DV. That's a trick word. Darn it. Okay. For educational purposes, YouTube, this is for educational purposes. Okay. So a lot of y'all women who call the popo for DV and it really don't be DV, there's a special place in hell for you. Okay. It really don't be DV, okay? It's a special place in hell for some of y'all sisters who do that. Also, another thing, my brothers, let me share something with you. I don't care if you and her had a heated argument and she called the police on you. That relationship is done. I don't care how much that but JJ feel, how good it feel, how much head she give you, how good she cook, how clean she keep the house. Leave her. Leave her. Once she call the police on you, believe her. Leave her. Because you want to know why? It'll be easy for her to call the police again. Out of the 18 years I've been married to my king, I have never called the police on this man. Not one time. Never called the police on this man. This man never laid hands on me in the first place, okay? But I want to share something with you. If you ever dating, okay, and y'all get into a heated argument, and she turn around and call the police on you, be advised she's signing your death warrant. You understand? Be advised that's what she doing when she call the popo. If you didn't lay hands on her, if you was trying to get her off you, you understand? Because some women charge at you. They charge at you. Some of y'all think y'all can beat these men. So they charge at you, trying to hurt you and stuff like that. And then you try to push her away. Okay. Now, my brothers, this is every color, not just melanated brothers I'm talking to. This is every color. Anytime she called police on you, leave her. Don't go back. Don't go back. After the whole situation gets squared with the police, pack your stuff. Even if you got to go back and live with your mama or whatever, you ain't supposed to be living with no woman anyway. But the uncomfortable truth is, if you got to do that, go back and live with your mama, your sisters and brothers or whatever until you get your own shit. But once she called the police, let the relationship be done. Because every time she gonna call the police again. Okay? Charlie said a lot of women do provoke. They do. A lot of women do provoke, Charlie. You ain't lying. A lot of these women provoke these men. And they'll tell you, oh no. Oh no. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you. No, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. It wasn't me. Charlie, that's a long time coming right there, baby. I appreciate you for always coming to check me out, honey. This is the uncomfortable truth. Do you understand? This is the uncomfortable truth. You got to leave that woman. You got to leave her. Just let it be. Let it be. Because anytime a woman is quick to call the police on you, and a woman tears could get you in so much trouble. You'll just start crying and everything. A woman tears will get you in so much trouble. I'm just saying. 18 said a judge her pushed his wife. Okay, a judge had pushed his wife out of the car because he was driving and she was beating him in the face. He retired. He retired, but she called the police. Oh, wow. So as the man was driving, you saying 18, the judge was driving, and the wife started punching him in the face, and he pushed her out the car. And so she called the police on. Mind you, she was smacking him, hitting him in the face while he driving. They could have got into a car crash. Am I right, 18? Am I saying that right? Or did I say it wrong? Because she called the police. Yes. Oh my God. She called the police on him. Oh my God. Reggie B, how are you? Can you imagine? You see the nonsense? Quick to call the police on somebody. Quick to call the police on somebody. My brothers, you'll go to jail. You'll go to jail quicker than her. Anytime a woman take time to send you behind the jail, you got to let her go. You got to let her go. All right. Now check this out. Shout out to the Big Player podcast. I want y'all to hear this, okay? I want y'all to hear this. Growing says, so his career's over. Damn, ain't that crazy? Now, 18 said he's 77. Okay, 18 said he is 77. Wife is 60. Let me see. Wife is 60. Too old for that. Yeah, it's too old for that. They too old for that. Damn, she was hitting him in the face. She could have hurt him. 77 years old. She could have busted his nose and everything. 77? You know, you can't be touching on old folks. Man. Oh, my God. Whew. All right. So now let's get to the next foolery of the day. The Big Player podcast. Check this, brother. Wait a minute. You know what? Let's go to the super chat because I don't want to miss the super chat. Let's go to the super chat. Okay, SNL 499 super chat. Love what you're doing. Continue the great work. Peace. Peace to you, baby. I appreciate you for taking time to donate to the channel this morning. Thank you so much. Okay, I got something. Here we go. Let me see this. Here we go right here.
I'm about to go.
Lay down.
I'm about to go lay down. Oh, lay down. I'm about to go.
Lay down.
I'm about to go lay down.
Oh my God. Shout out to that little baby. She did the most, honey. You welcome, Charlie. Thank you, honey. Now, Charlie, the rules is that if you feel offended, not if I feel offended. If you feel offended, that's what I give all my mods. If you don't like what somebody said in the chat, you can block them. Okay? I don't care who they are. You can block them. Okay? That's how I feel. If you feel offended, you don't like what they saying, you block them. I don't tell you not to block nobody unless they are a regular that come to me and they like to start trouble and I always conversate with them. Then that's different. Then I'll tell you, no, I'm block them. Okay. But you have the power to block anybody you want. So now let's get back to the foolery. Okay. Let's get back to the foolery. Here we go. So now, this is what this young woman has said. Shout out to Big Player Podcast. Check out what she said.
That women are better than men that you can think of?
Everything, literally.
Okay, give me another example. What?
Women are better at cooking.
Actually, the best chefs are men.
Oh my gosh, raising kids.
Actually, that is not true. They found that single fathers do better than single mothers.
Women are more, they think more than men.
Really?
Yes.
All the best philosophers were men.
Honestly, it doesn't matter about the history. I just think women are better.
Too much back and forth. Why is that? Real simple.
So when you hear, shout out to the Big Player Podcast. When you hear this, you got to laugh a little bit because we always say we're better. We're better. And I'm going to share something with you. The woman, I want you to understand something. If we knew And it's going to be nasty. A lot of y'all going to be mad with me. But you ever heard somebody say, know your place? You ever heard somebody say that to you? Know your place. A lot of women get offended when you say that. You ever hear somebody say, know your place? People immediately get upset if you say the truth to them. Now, mind you, I don't like Byron. I don't really care for him too much. He say a lot of crazy stuff on social media. But how he dissected this foolery with this young woman, he's right. The thing I think a lot of women have a problem with is that we want to be like the man. We're jealous of the accomplishments, but mind you, they only did all those accomplishments was to convenience us, to make us have a convenient life. All these men built all this shit because of us, so that we can live comfortable, so that we would not be living in a third world country. Isn't that nasty? That's nasty. You understand? They didn't do it because, oh, I want to show off. I want to let everybody know that I'm this and I'm that. No, they did it so that we can live comfortable. They built all these houses and bridges and roads so that they can be able to take us and take us places and have a safe neighborhood and be able to travel out from state to state. It's not because, oh, I want to show that I'm better. See, a man that has a king mindset, he knows that his wife compliments his efforts. He knows that his wife compliments it. When someone is married, let's go this route. When someone is married and you always hear how she brags about what she does in the marriage, right? She brags about everything that she does in a marriage. She's competing with that husband. She competing with him. But if you always hear the wife brag about what her husband does, that's a helpmeet. She's a helpmeet. She's not trying to compete with her husband. She's happy for all the things that he do for her, from the smallest to the biggest. There's a difference. Anytime you hear a woman just getting here, all of a sudden, she tell you all her accomplishments, right? She bragging about everything she got. She married. She bragging about everything she got. All her stuff, right? But if you ask her, does she remember any accomplishments that her husband did? She don't remember she about him. She's competing. She's competing. There's a lot of women who compete with their husbands. Why are we competing? Because clearly we're not the same. Clearly we're not the same. So why am I competing with you? And a lot of husbands can tell when their wives compete with them. A lot of husbands can tell when their wife admires them. A lot of husbands can tell the difference. When a woman speaks highly of her husband, not one day passed that she don't speak highly of her husband or either to her husband. That woman understands the assignment. She understands she's the helpmate. You understand? Lost in Translation said, beat me to the lawnmower. I'm just saying. You understand? Charlie said, oh boy, I see a lot of that. I understand. Grown said, I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about me. LOL. See? You understand? That's what they say. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about me. This young lady couldn't even, Myron was coming back. And mind you, I don't care for Byron. Myron, I think that's his name. I don't care for him, that fresh and fit brother. I don't care for him. He said a lot of stuff that's crazy on social media. But right here, this situation right here, he's right. He's right. You talking about what? Check out what she said. This is what happened.
Anything that women are better than men at that you can think of?
Everything, literally.
Okay, give me another example. What?
Women are better at cooking.
Actually, the best chefs are men.
Oh my gosh, raising kids.
Actually, that is not true. They found that
women are better in everything than men. That's a woman right there that if she get married, baby, her husband better watch out. Her husband better watch out. She a youngin' too. She ain't got no salt on her feet yet. She a youngin' too. You understand? Mind you, check this out. My sisters, let me share something with you. Yahweh made you to multitask. That's what he made you. You can do 5 things at one time. Yahweh made you to multitask. That's a good thing. But the multitask is to assist your husband. Yahweh made you to multitask, and that's a blessing. But he made you to assist your husband. Your husband is meant to do this. Just walk straight and work. That's what he's meant. Because the man is the worker ants. My brothers, don't get offended when I get in here and tell you, okay? The men are the worker ants. They are meant to look straight, okay? They are meant to look straight and carry the load. Straight and carry the load. He can't look from side to side. You, my sister, is the one that looks side to side. When he drops shit, you supposed to be able to pick it up, throw it back on top while he keep walking and carrying load and walking straight. Because that's his job. His job is not to look down. That's your job. You are the helpmate. So when you see him drop something, you pick it up, boom, drop it. You are the one that can do 5 to 6 things at the same time. So as he looking straight, okay? You saw me, right? As he looking straight, okay? As he looking straight, damn it, okay? You see the stuff dropping, you pick the shit up, you put it back on top. That's your job. That's your job. Do your job. He's the worker and he's supposed to just look straight ahead and carry the load. That's what he's supposed to do. That's his job. You understand? And you pick up everything. And now and then you tell him when he come in the house, baby, drop the load, baby. Drop the load, baby. Drop the load. Let me get in here and rub you down. Because it's hard carrying everything. You got to carry everything. Your back hurts. Your legs hurt. Your body hurt. Your feet hurt. It's hard to carry the load. Why you think our ancestors used beet juice? They used beet juice. They used the beetroot. Mashed all that up. Rubbed those brothers down back in the day. Rubbed the body down because they knew the men worked the hardest. They knew men worked the hardest. Common sense ain't common no more. Common sense ain't common no more. When you got to get in here and say this.
You think that women are better than men at that you can think of?
Everything, literally.
Okay, give me another example. What?
Women are better at cooking.
Literally everything. Common sense ain't common no more. Now, this is the next one, okay? Shout out to self-checkout. There's a woman who came to social media. Her baby daddy told her, nobody is going to want you anymore. Nobody wants you. You might as well stay with me and let's raise these kids. Nobody wants you. Now, I'm not offended at what the brother said. I'm not, okay? I'm not offended at what he said, okay? He said nobody wants you with all those children. Nobody wants you with all that baggage. I'm the only one that wants you. Let's work it out. Let's work it out. Now that's common sense and what the brother said, but common sense ain't common no more. Check out what this woman said right here.
So I remember when my baby daddy was telling me that nobody was gonna want me because I have 7 kids and a grandson.
He was right.
Like he really sat up there and told me, you gotta be with me because nobody's gonna want you.
He was right.
Just because I have 7 kids. But guess what, Papa? Not only did I find me a good new man, but he just got my nails done and my toes. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. He gave me all the money to get my toes and my nails done.
I know she lying, right? To the untrained eye, on first impact, you'd be like, oh, she done came up. No, she lying. She lying, I promise you. The whole story's cap. What she did was she found one of these old niggas willing to pay for that box. And she used that money to get her feet and nails done. And now she's making this video from the side of her minivan with the baby seat in the back, trying to pretend like she came up. No, you didn't. We can see right through it. Sweetheart, you're a horrible actor. You should have really practiced before you made that video. Because your last baby daddy was absolutely right. Don't nobody want to sign up for no woman with 7 kids plus a grandson. What the fuck? What do you...
Well, shout out to self-checkout, okay? And growing, have a good day, sir. Take it easy. Now, I see Mr. He Said in the house. Shout out to Mr. He Said for the gift membership that he gave to Lost in Translation podcast. And Lost in Translation just shot him out. Shout out to you, Mr. He Said. Thank you so much for the gift membership. Also, guys, please, when you get time, like and subscribe to Mr. He Said. Like and subscribe to Mrs. She Said. Like and subscribe to Promote Conscious Parenting with the Harrises, baby. You hear me? Get in here and like and subscribe to this amazing family channel. You understand? And let's not forget, Mr. He Said, Cerebral Saturday. Let's not forget, Mrs. She Said, Shame Sundays, baby. Okay? Y'all get in there and like and subscribe to these 2 amazing content creators. And while you in there, tell them, take heed, sit, me, baby. So you heard what Sister Girl said. She got 7 children and 1 grandbaby. Okay? So, and, she said that, my baby daddy lying. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be able to get a man. My baby daddy was lying. I got a man. Okay? Now, this is the uncomfortable truth. This is the uncomfortable truth. You got 7 children and 1, you know what I'm saying, 1 grandbaby. Now, self-checkout, this is his podcast. He said, nah, you probably got one of those old men, okay, that want that box. And so he paid for your nails to get done. Now, I'm going to share something with you. One thing about the older men, because they know they just going, how you come by their house once in a while and, spread like an eagle, okay? So they ain't got to take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? But old men are pass off a couple of $100. They quick. They do that. My granddaddy was really quick when he used to do stuff like that. He used to make them young women heads turn. My granddaddy would drop $1,000 on you and tell you, baby, make sure you come see me. You know what I'm saying? But he'll make sure that he'll tell you quick. Anytime I call you, make sure you come. Shout out to my grandfather. He passed away a long time ago. But my granddaddy was straight like that. He'll drop that money, don't even phase you. You know what I'm saying? You come tell him your problem is $100. Once you finish, my granddaddy done gave you about $400. Baby, you might need help with this. You know what I'm saying? You got a little problem, don't worry about it. I watched my granddaddy take out a cash, not a wallet, because he used to carry the money just in his pocket. Like he would show off a little bit. So he'd take like a big, stack of money and it'd be clean, crispy clean. Okay. He'd take it out, count it in your face, baby. He'd count it in your face. He say, baby, what you need? Okay. What you need? She say, I just need $100. He's, I just need $100. He say, baby, hit 100. Take another 300 face be smiling. Now my granddaddy said, now you know I done did you a favor, so you know you got to do me a favor too, you know. And then they would tell us to go outside. All the kids, we had to go outside. And then all of a sudden you see her come out later. Her hair is like all wild and stuff. You see my granddaddy fixing his belt and stuff like that. He tell us, y'all go over there and feed that dog. Feed that dog now. And we go over there and feed the dog. So this, I just want to put that out there. There are some older men that used to do stuff like this. That, you know, you got all those kids, he don't mind. He not coming to your house. You gonna come over to his house and, you know, spread like the Red Sea, and then he gonna let you go. Okay? Now, she probably got one of those. So self-checkout is probably right. Now, Charlie, thank you, baby, for the $20 super chat. I greatly appreciate it, honey. You understand? Thank you so much for always taking time to donate to the channel, baby. Law said 20 in the front and 400 in the back. Listen. I'm going to share something with you. That made my granddaddy the go-to guy. I'm telling you right now, them young women will flock around my granddaddy like they was crazy. I'm telling you, he was the go-to. Okay? I watched two grown women argue over my granddaddy. My granddaddy sat on the porch with his pipe and stuff, just sat on the porch. You know, the old pipes back in the day. He sat right on the porch and watched them. And we was already looking, the kids, my siblings, we were looking to see what was going to go on. My granddaddy ain't jump up. He ain't do nothing. He just looked at them. He said, listen, I'm messing with the both of y'all. And y'all out here fighting and being disrespectful in front of my house and stuff like that. He said, listen, go home until I call you. Go home until I call you. They started calling my granddaddy by his real name. And at the time, I didn't know my granddaddy's real name at the time. And they was calling him by his real name. And I'm like, who is that? Like looking around, my sisters and my sister and brother, like, stop being nosy. And they was calling him by his name and stuff. And he said, listen, y'all go home. I call y'all when I need y'all. He said, yeah, I'm messing with the both of y'all, but I don't need this in front of my house. Let me share something with you. My granddaddy had a house and he had another house in the backyard. He had two houses. He had a big house in the front and he had a big house in the backyard. It was a copy, but it was a smaller version, but it was the big house was in the front and he had a smaller house in the back. It looked just like the one in the front. And he was messing with the lady that was in the back too. I ain't lying. I don't know where he got the strength from, okay? But my granddaddy was somebody's problem, okay? May his soul rest in peace. But anyway, back to the story at hand. Y'all younger women, that's who you getting. You ain't getting no young men with that nonsense. You ain't getting no young men with that. That's 7 kids and a grandbaby. You're not getting no young man with that nonsense. Nobody your age. It's going to be somebody older that when he calls you, you spread out like the Red Sea and then you go home. Okay? And you might tell him you need some groceries and this and that. And I'm going to share something with you. Old men, they will give you that money, honey. Long as you come when he call you. Okay? Long as he come when he call you. Because I'm going to share something with you. I remember a time I was going to see a woman that lived in our project. Okay? My granddaddy said, go tell so-and-so. My granddaddy pulled up to our project. He said, he called me by my nickname. He said, go tell so-and-so I want to see her. Because I've been calling her and she not answering the phone. Tell her exactly what I said. And I went over there. And whoever she was messing with was in the house with her. So once she saw me, she came and shut the door real quick. And she said, girl, what you doing here? I said, my granddaddy said. She said, talk low, talk low. I said, my granddaddy said he been calling you and you ain't been answering the phone. I said, and now he outside in his caddy. He outside in his caddy. He want to see you. She said, tell him I'm going to see him later. I said, no, he said see him now. He said see him now. Okay? So now, I don't know what she told this guy who was in there, okay? And she said, don't tell your granddaddy who's in there. I told her, I said, I ain't gonna tell him. You know I told my grandfather, what kind of nonsense? I don't know you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So now, I run faster than her to my granddaddy. I said, Granddaddy, she got a man up in here. He said, baby, here $5. Go play. I said, okay. She come on down. Boy, when my granddaddy was finished lighting her up, I don't know what he said. She was crying and everything. She had reported me to my mama. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I got $5 though. I got $5. That was a lot of money back in the day. Okay? And you can say what you want. Take heed as a teller, and all that stuff. That's your business. Okay, that's your business. $5 is a lot. Okay? Penny candy. I got a lot of stuff with penny candy. $5 is a lot. Now, let's get back to the next. We're going to get on to the next subject. Okay? Okay? Yes, Take Heed was snitching. I was snitching, Mr. He said. Yes, I was. Okay? Why y'all laughing at me? Okay? Now, we going to see what we got. Oh, we almost about to close out. Wait a minute. No, we got to get to the main event. I can't even get up here and talk no more. Hold on now. Hold on, we got to get to the main event. Shout out to Tasha K. We getting to the main event, y'all. Shout out to Tasha K. Okay. Now, Charlie, I ain't forget you for the $20 super chat, baby. I'm coming to you, baby. Shout out to Tasha K. But listen to this right here. Tasha K clipped this right here. Here we go.
Now that the trial is over and things are pretty much quieting down, you know, I did all the media stuff, the news stuff, the big podcast.
Thank you, Heaven, for enjoying. Thank you for subscribing.
You know, being a witness in a high-profile case like this is all about credibility, right? So I have to represent myself to a very high standard because my credibility is in question, right? And, you know, I have very prominent people, you know, Piers Morgan, TMZ, these people said my testimony and me in the case was probably the most credible witness that was there, and I was honored by that. You know, I took that to heart, right? So I'm gonna operate from the highest standard to make sure that I, you know, keep the integrity and keep that type of persona, right? That worked well with the case and represented myself well. With that being said, the case is over. So I got some things I want to address. I kept what we would call receipts, right? So the first receipt I want to address is there's some little rapper guy.
The return thing.
Plies. Yeah, I think his name is Plies, right? Somehow, this dude thinks he's the Punisher.
Okay.
Right? I don't know who told him that.
Okay, now.
I think he named himself. I just don't understand how a dude 5'5", 145 pounds,
right now,
could even associate with the name the Punisher. Makes good music.
Okay.
I know he even played football, you know? But this is like what I understand. I dealt with women my entire life. So what is understood is that entertainers and athletes are most of the time the worst people in bed.
Oh, wow.
Right? Because women see your potential and then they lie to you. Oh, you were amazing. You were great. You were the Punisher, right?
Oh,
so I guess this guy's been both, right? He's been an athlete and an entertainer. So he ain't probably got an honest opinion his whole time. And somehow this little dude walking around thinking he's the Punisher. And I'm not. I'm 6'2", 240. But he's the Punisher. And dude, I'm a fan, bro. You make good music. You funny as hell. But stop it. You ain't no goddamn Punisher. And even I'm gonna give you credit, bro. Even if you are blessed, right? Maybe you got blessed. Maybe you know, maybe the man up above gave you a extraordinary piece,
oh my
right?
God.
Bro, you're 145 pounds, but you got about like 80 horsepower behind that joint. Like, what you doing? Like, what you doing? That's what your engine sound like. Bro, like, this is a real dude right here, bro. So, my man, I'm the Punisher. It's real shit here. You know, stop it. Stop it. But it was funny. But you ain't no goddamn Punisher. Stop. Yeah, I'm good right there.
Okay, so this is the main event. This is the main event. So the real Punisher is upset with Plies. Okay, and I know I'm not saying this brother name right, but the real Punisher is upset with Plies because Plies came to social media and said he is the Punisher. Now they talking about, punishing the BJJ. That's what they talking about. I want to share something with all my brothers that is on social media and some that are not, okay? I want you to understand something. Women birth whole bodies. Let me repeat that again. Women birth whole bodies. They birth babies, fully formed babies. Okay? Okay? I just wanted us to be clear about something. Okay? So when a lot of y'all get in here and believe that you are punishing the BJJ, okay? Let's understand that our BJJ opens like the predator. You know how the predator? Okay? I want you to understand something. It opens like the predator. Okay? All right? So no matter how big you are or how endowed Yahweh made you to be, okay? We push out whole babies, okay? Head, everything, whole babies. Our body opens up like the predator. When man is down there doing the Lord's work, we gonna say doing the Lord's work. When a man is down there, a husband is down there doing the Lord's work, let's understand something. It's supposed to be an experience of pleasure. Not you. And I want you to understand, okay? This woman, but JJ opens like the predator. So I want you to understand that no matter what you do, you will never be the real Punisher like a baby is. Okay? Let's understand that. Okay? Y'all got to get that out your head. Love making is supposed to just be for pleasure. Because I'm going to share something with you. A man that has the length of like a horse. Some of y'all brothers who get in here and say you got the length like a horse. That's not love making. That's pain. That's pain. You want a man to just be able to massage those walls and be strong and stand up for the occasion. That's what most women want. Okay, Coco said I'm hollering. I'm sorry. That's what most women want. I'm sorry. Did I say that correctly? You know how I mess up sometimes. That's what most women want. They want a man that can massage those walls and stand to attention. Okay? That's it. That's all women want is that. A man that can stand up for attention, stand up to attention, and massage those walls. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing else. You don't want this man to give you a whole, reconstruct your BJJ. You don't want that. You want something that it's comfortable, it feels good, you're moaning, it feels nice. That's what you want. I don't know why y'all think it's okay to, because I'm going to share something with you. After a while, my sisters, please believe, you'll have to go to the doctor. You understand? They'll have to recenter that thing. Sometimes you have to get it taken out because too much of this. I'm just saying, some of y'all who think that you supposed to, that's not the thing. That's not the thing. Love making is supposed to make it feel good. It's supposed to feel good. It's supposed to be pleasurous. You understand? I'm just saying. When y'all get in here and you believe you are punishing somebody, when you call yourself the punisher, I want you to understand, we give life. We give life. That but JJ opens like the predator. It opens. You know what I'm saying? Everything why? So I don't know why the real Punisher, is that his name? I don't know why, Brittany, stop laughing. I don't know why the real Punisher came out and said that. Shout out to you, my brother. I understand, you said you working with something. Shout out to you. Plies, I don't even know why you even joined the conversation. And it is not because of your height, like he said, or your weight. I am not one of those type of women. You know what I'm saying? That get in here on men height and weight and all this other stuff. Because I'm going to share something with you. Take heed will tell you something. Somebody can be built like a horse down there and don't even know how to wind. Don't even know how to move or work it, okay? And you'll have a horrible experience. I'd rather have the one that knows what he's doing when he gets down there, and he knows when to go fast, and he knows when to go slow, and he knows when to flip you, and he knows when to take control, and he knows when to pull your shoulder and give you the death grip. I'd rather have one of those men than somebody talking about they the punisher and all that pain. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. When lovemaking, okay, is not supposed to be crazy. It's supposed to be a joyous experience. That's why Yahweh made it for married people. It's supposed to be something of joy. When you finish, you're supposed to have a big ass smile on your face and walk out the room laughing at each other. That's how it's supposed to be. Not you climbing out the room and you in pain and talking about I gotta go to the hospital and all this. No, that's dumb. That's dumb. Some of y'all be getting here talking about, I want a man that these many inches. I want a man with this many inches and that many inches and this and that. And the thing is that sometimes these brothers don't even know how to wield the sword they have. And you want all this. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. Lovemaking is supposed to be to enjoy it. It's supposed to be for just a joyous movement when you're married. I'm talking about when you're married. I ain't talking about y'all out here doing nonsense. 18 said 9 inches is horrifying. Yes, it is. Why are we doing that? You only give birth one time, right? So now you're dealing with a man who got 9 inches, and if he likes to screw, you're going to be screwing him 7 days a week, maybe twice in a day. You in pain. That's too much. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'd rather someone who is massaging my walls and that can stand. That is crazy. You understand? That can stand and bring pressure when he needs to, and release and calm down when he needs to too. And how to take control as well. That is wild. Y'all got to stop with this nonsense. Anyway, they thought it was content, so they put it on social media. So that's why Take Heed is talking about it today. But I want to share something with you. This whole thing is stupid. Okay? It's stupid. But I had to have something to talk about today. So I was like, let me put this shit up here first. It's dumb. Okay? It's dumb. Okay? Just let you understand that. Because no matter how much you believe that you are a punisher, okay, the baby is the worst, okay? Having a baby is the worst, okay? Y'all be flipping out over nonsense, okay? I'm sorry. Y'all be flipping out over nonsense. Charlie, this for you, baby. I found this yesterday. I thought this was so funny, okay? I thought this was so funny. There's a sister on a podcast. She wore a hoodie, not a hoodie, a jersey, okay, to the podcast. And she asked her coworker, what kind of jersey you think I got on? What kind of jersey you think I got on? Right? So what kind of jersey could be the team, right? But you know what he called her? He called her this right here. This is what he said.
Guess where my jersey's from?
Lineman.
He called me a lineman. Can you please make him leave? Can you make him leave?
No.
I want him to go. Where's the security? Tom! I want Derek to leave. He called me a lineman, bro.
Oh, you said the jersey.
He called me a lineman, my nigga. I said, guess where my jersey from? He gonna say, you a lineman. I heard him, bro. He called me a lineman, bro. He said I borrowed my jersey from a lineman. Why would I be able to fit a lineman's jersey this tight? He said my back big. I don't need that. He's the one built like an ice cream cone. He thinking the top is small at the bottom. Biggie Smalls. Get his back up in here.
It's the number. Number 95 is a lineman type of number. The skinnier players get the smaller numbers. No cap.
Nobody gonna do nothing about this. Black women ain't protected. Not even on their own.
Why she say black women ain't protected, not even on their own show? Let me share something with you. Sometimes my sisters, y'all ask for it, okay? Y'all ask for it sometimes because you know you're a big back. Take heed as a big back. I'm not gonna be in here and be like, yeah, I look like this, I look like that, and this is why I say, yeah, you's a big back. Why? I'm gonna get mad because you call me a big back because that's what I am. So I'm not gonna be here trying to argue with you now, talking about black women need to be protected. I'm not. Any compliments I'm looking for, I'm looking at my husband to give me compliments. Baby girl, you know you look good, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Like my husband always be in telling me, baby girl, you look good. Them hips, the way they sway, baby girl. Because I'm his wife. So he gonna tell me my big girl. You know what I'm saying? He gonna call me all that. And I'm fine with that. But I'm not gonna go to no podcast and talk about, yeah, look what kind of jersey I got on. And the brother said this right here.
Guess where my jersey's from?
Lineman.
He called me a lineman. Can you please make him leave? Can you make him leave?
No.
I want him to go. Where's the security? Tom! I want Derek to leave. He called me a lineman, bro.
Oh, you said the jersey.
He called me a lineman, my nigga. I said, guess where my jersey from? He gonna say, you a lineman. I heard him, bro. He called me a lineman, bro. He said I borrowed my jersey from a lineman. Why would I be able to fit a lineman's jersey this tight? He said my back big. I don't need that. He's the one built like an ice cream cone. He thinking the top is small at the bottom. Biggie Smalls. Get his back.
Why you mad at him? Why you mad? You know what I'm saying? You asked him a question. He immediately said lineman. Why he even say that? I don't know why. That's wrong. Okay. And then he gonna try to clean it up, talking about, oh, the guys who are smaller got the lesser numbers and the guys that's bigger got the bigger numbers. I fell out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, Charlie, thank you, baby, for the $20 super chat. I greatly appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much for rocking with me today. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate through Cash App, through Venmo as well. The links are in my bio. If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmracksfashion.com, Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. In the links in my bio. If you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. If you're interested, come in, check it out, see if you like it, okay? And they got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, all that good stuff in my merch, okay? On the top of the page in YouTube, if you want to check out what they got, okay? Much love to you all. Everybody have a wonderful day. I enjoyed rocking with y'all today. Okay. And my brothers, I just want to share this with you. Okay. It's not how big the sword is, it's how you wield it. You understand? It's not how big the sword is, it's how you wield it, honey. Because once you hit that bottom of any woman, I don't care what nobody say, once you hit that bottom, baby, she gonna be like, take heed, walking at 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the night with a hoodie on, some jeans, some Nikes, and I had a Yankee hat backwards, okay? Listen, once you hit the bottom, okay? So don't matter how big it is, it's how you wield that sword, okay? Can I get an amen in the comment section? All right. I gotta go. Thank you, Charlie. You said the merch is fire. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Much love to you all. Everybody have a wonderful day. And y'all take heed to the message. The Yankee hat. Yes, I had the Yankee hat back in the day. Yes, I did. I was still doing my thug dizzle, my hood thug dizzle back in the day. Much love to y'all all. Everybody have a wonderful day, okay? Take heed to the message, everybody.